But it's been about 12 months since United States President Donald Trump did a comprehensive sit-down interview with one of the key television interviewers. But overnight, our time, he agreed to an interview with Fox News host Chris Wallace, which wasn't such a friendly fireside chat. They argued about mortality rates and how well United States was doing in terms of that, the use of masks, why he's decided to all of a sudden wear a mask, when the virus would disappear, and whether Trump's opponent, Joe Biden, was senile or not. Now, watching it all, with popcorn in hand, no doubt, was former Australian Treasurer and Sky News US commentator Joe Hockey. G'day there, Joe.
Hi there, Chris. How are you?
I'm very well. It was fascinating. It was classic Trump. It was certainly worth the price of admission. In general, how do you think he fared?
Well, I think it's a better performance than what he's delivered over the last few months, and he needed to do it. He needs a bit of a circuit breaker at the moment. Chris Wallace is very widely respected, and he does ask. He's one of those interviewers, Chris, who lulls you into a sense of comfort and then suddenly delivers a gut punch. And I always considered them to be the hardest interviewers, and that's what he did with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, you know, he is an exceptional communicator. He is not the most articulate president the United States has had, but he certainly speaks the language of the common people, and they understand it. And even though it's sometimes hard to follow, he gets his message across. And he had a number of messages in his interview yesterday that indicated that he does have a path to potentially win the presidency of the United States again in November.
Let me play a part of that interview where Trump tries to explain his stance on masks.
Do you regret not wearing a mask in public from the start? And will you consider a national mandate that people need to wear masks?
No, I want people to have a certain freedom, and I don't believe in that, no. And I don't agree with the statement that if everybody wear a mask, everything disappears. Hey, Dr. Fauci said don't wear a mask. Our Surgeon General, terrific guy, said don't wear a mask. Everybody was saying don't wear a mask. All of a sudden, everybody's got to wear a mask. And as you know, masks cause problems too. With that being said, I'm a believer in masks. I think masks are good.
Joe Hockey, he's right about what the medical advice was. It changed midstream after that Lancet report, but he was spot on. If you were taking advice from your medics, you could argue that as president you were rather confused.
Well, it's true. Look, to be fair to the medics, this has been a moving feast. I mean, no one understood what coronavirus meant. But absolutely correct. Early advice was a mask makes no difference. Early advice was that you can't touch anything, that it's transmissible by touch rather than through aerosols. And now, look, I think it's somehow the issue about masks has become a Republican versus Democrat issue, which is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And fundamentally, there is, as I've said before, a strong streak in the United States where people do as they choose to do, and if they carry a mask, so be it. I mean, I'm carrying my mask just to come down to the van in the studio. I had to carry my mask, even though I was not in any contact with anyone. And here in DC, they take a very strong view. And now you've got the absurdity, Chris, of the governor of Georgia suing the mayor of Atlanta because the mayor of Atlanta said you should wear a mask, and the governor of Georgia says you shouldn't. And you know what that reflects? That reflects the different constituencies.
Yep.
His power base is outside of Atlanta, rural areas. If you ask a farmer to wear a mask while they're on a tractor, they'll laugh at you. But she's in the middle of the city. She has major COVID issues in the middle of the city. And she says, what am I going to do? I've got no vaccine. I've got to do everything I can to reduce the exposure of people to the coronavirus.